Let me get set up here and test audio while we get started. For those who maybe aren't familiar with our streams, my name's Zach. I'm a worship leader and was leading worship this morning at the church and had a great morning. My voice is a little bit kind of gravelly from singing a lot today, so fun times. But I hope you enjoy the stream and enjoy hanging out with us. We love hanging out with you guys. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and start this quest while people are coming in.
Find anything interesting lately?
I might have. Let's talk. A weapon that spits flame, huh? Like this one? I took this thing off an Oseram bandit. Think you could do anything with it?
You got my forge fire back? Well, if you took down Olgrid and his goons for this thing, I guess she's yours now.
Why don't you finish it for me first? Make her into the weapon she was supposed to be.
Thought you'd never ask. I'm gonna need a bellowback snout. Any bellowbacks will do. Can you handle it alone?
I think I can manage that. This forge fire of yours.
Like I said.
Oh.
If I find anything
Basically
I
what
think
you
you'd
just
like,
said.
I'll be back around.
You better.
All right. I have plenty of health. Alright. So, mission-wise, literally... That's weird. There's gotta be more missions that I'm missing in this DLC area. Alright, well, let's do this Forge Fire one. I'm actually going to look up here why there's no more missions. So I wonder what the last mission I did was. So what's going on, there should be... I feel like there should at least be one more mission. Who knows? Okay. These guys are usually, at this point, they're not super difficult most of the time.
Any brains out there? Help me!
Oh, these people need help. Sure, we'll help them. What is it? Oh, it's bandits. Getting attacked by bandits.
Whoa! I can't hold out much longer.
Did I say that? Oh. Oh. I meant, like, the innocent people are being attacked by bandits, not bandits attacking each other.
Because of you. Thanks.
Uh,
I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Alright, so what are bellowbacks vulnerable to again? Frost. Oh, wow, this could be really simple. Yep. This is gonna be really simple. I didn't even... I'm not even gonna bother. That was really
That should do it.
underwhelming.
Varda can finish her forge fire now.
We'll just leave him alone. Can I fast travel? Cool. Alright, and then I need to check what the last mission that I completed was. Because I didn't feel like I finished the DLC, but it's not giving me any other missions for the DLC. Hey, JB Mock. It's going great. How about you? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, maybe you can help me as far as knowing, have I actually finished the DLC or not? I didn't think I had, but let's see when we load in here. Good deal. Good deal. What'd you do for 4th of July? You have any fun plans or just same old, same old? Cool beans. Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of places are doing them. They don't do them on the day of the 4th. I always forget about that. Oh. Okay. How was the show? Oh, nice. Excellent. Okay. So let's look here. So I just finished Forge of Winter. Is that the last quest in the DLC? And we'll turn this in.
Always know. Failure to survive.
Turn
Find
this in
anything
while we're
interesting
waiting.
lately?
I might have. Let's talk. I've got what you asked for. Show me what you had in mind for the Forge Fire.
Finally! Was feeling like I neglected her. And that's a little too close to my family life. She's done and she's yours. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Oh, looks great. I
Because yeah, I'm not getting any other quests,
Nah,
but
she was
story-wise, it
perfect
didn't
from the
feel
start.
like it finished
She's
at all.
a Varja original after all.
I mean, it revealed a lot, but it didn't like feel like a conclusion
Thanks
to
for
me.
your work on the Forge Fire.
Pleasure. I mean, you couldn't be more of an improvement on her last owner.
If I find anything I think you'd like, I'll be back around.
You better.
Alright, so we'll just do some little stuff. Well, thank you for checking. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we're full. Clear out some of the random stuff here. Alright, so clear these out. Did you do For the Werak? Let me sell this and then look, and then I'll go back to selling stuff while we're waiting. Here's all the ones I've done. Yeah, so For the Werak, the Survivor, the Hunters 3, Firebreak, Frontier Justice, and the Forge of Winter. Okay, too many of those. Alright, and then we'll just craft all the ammo we can craft, and then from there. Okay, so whoops, I should update the title then. This might say something about the story in the DLC. I definitely did not feel like there was a conclusion. I mean, there's a lot of cool story stuff. But yeah, it like even within like I was kind of expecting that they'd do more with like stopping the malware daemon thing. Um, and that didn't really happen. I mean, we saved the AI, but yeah, interesting. Okay, so let me actually let me just update this. Oh, okay. I'm getting now why you wanted me to play the DLC first. That makes sense. Okay. I'm going to update the stream title real quick because we're no longer in DLC endgame. We're technically in probably main questing endgame. Alright, there we go. So I mean, the only thing I haven't done is I think I'm missing... I thought I had done some of those hunting grounds. But it's not saying that I have. I don't even know if I care. I'm pretty... Care to show an endgame and main game if I recall. Oh, okay. I don't feel like doing a hunting ground right now. Let's continue on. Alright, the mountain that fell, the ruins of Gaia Prime. Let's go. Ah, shoot. Alright. Webcam and chat audio is slightly out of sync. Thanks for letting me know. I really appreciate that. Let me try real quick. Let me know if this fixes it. Okay. Is this any better? Check, check, check. Hey, hey. Test 1, 2, 3. Is that any better? The same. Okay, so what I'm going to do is reboot the stream, and this will be really fast. So I'm not going anywhere. I'll be like basically ending it and popping it right back up. So a small setting in OBS. Interesting. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Please feel free to tell me if you know where it is. Is it like stream delay? Okay. Thanks for everybody else for hanging tight. We'll get this squared away. I think it's better to just try and fix it. Wait a second. Okay, check it now. Is it doing it now? Because I realized I had the stream open on a tab that I didn't. I think it was muted. So I don't think it was. It's the same. Okay, so it wasn't that. It was muted. I closed it out just to be safe because I didn't actually want that open. So I'm looking in OBS right now. Properties for webcam. Okay. Popping that up. Properties. So is it buffering? Is that what needs to change? So use custom audio device. All right. Okay, check, 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 check. Does that fix it? I just did that. Check, 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 check. That fix it or make it worse? Check, 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 check. About the same. Okay. And it's just the webcam audio, so it's not the game audio. So like if I'm attacking... Game audio's fine. Well, that's good, because that can be harder to solve sometimes. Alright, let me check one other thing, too. On the mic itself, is there... There are no filters on the mic itself, other than a little bit of noise suppression, so that can't be it. I mean... Add a video delay filter on the webcam. Okay. Whoa, what did I do? Hi there. I don't know what I clicked. That's hilarious. What in the world? Oh, I clicked flip vertically. Oh, that's hysterical.
Who would want to do that?
Oh my gosh, why is that an option? All right. Thank you for sharing that very entertaining moment. All right, so video delay about 200 milliseconds. Okay. All right, the filter's on. How's this? Check, 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 check. Test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test. Test. 1, 2, 3. Let me know how that is. I'm actually gonna check. Never mind. Did it make it worse? That's worse? Okay. You're cool. Okay, so I turned it back off. The mic needs delayed. Okay. I think that makes sense. Oh, but I don't see how to do that. All I have are gain suppression gate compressor and VST plugins. Weird. Why would the mic need delayed? Because nothing should have changed. Huh. Maybe if I filter it here? Yeah, it doesn't give me, at least in Streamlabs. Let me see. Oh, okay. So we're gonna try something. Okay, check this. Is this better? Check, 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 check. So I did a quick Google, and they're saying that there's a if desktop audio under properties has use device timestamp selected, that can cause issues. Yeah, if I click on the gear next to the mic, it does not give me the option to. So let me double check. But yeah, it does not give me the option to add any sort of. There's no option in there to add any sort of delay. So the filters, it has gain, suppression, noise gate, compressor, and VST plugin, and I don't think any of those are going to have any sort of delay option. But look, was there any difference between when I selected this option? Not really. Okay. It's passable. Cool. All right. I'll take a look at the stream after this and maybe do some more Googling. Oh, okay. Let me try one other thing. Edit advanced properties. Advanced properties. But I don't see anything like that in Streamlabs OBS. Okay. I'll take a look at it. But we'll keep going for this. It's one of those things where it may not be perfect, but at least will be playable. Thank you so much for helping troubleshoot, though. I really appreciate you investing in the stream and helping with that. Because I would rather know if issues are going on and just try and fix it. It's really hard to solo fix. Oh, dude, you're cool. If anything, like, I really, really, really appreciate you taking the time to say something and help me work through it, or at least eliminate possibilities. All right. So up the mountain we go. Such a cool view. Oh, I was going to ignore everything. Is that a... Okay, technically it's a bandit. Alright, we're just going to ignore them. It's like, you guys would try and kill me anyways. I'm going to let you fight things, and... How have I been? I'm actually doing really well. Doing really well. It's definitely... How do I say it? It's one of these seasons where gradually I'm being rejuvenated, and that is good. So... And I mean, we're loving streaming. This is a fun new adventure the last few months, so... Fun new addition to our lives. Thank you for asking. Yeah, it's I'm finding that I enjoy it a lot, and Katie feels the same way. We've kind of like, wow, we could really enjoy doing this for a long time. Okay, it looks like we have to climb up maybe down here. Yeah, I totally get that.
The way to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted.
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new?
Yeah, that's really not new information. There's so many great old retro games. It's so funny playing the old stuff, though, because you realize how much easier games have gotten in general. Or at least, like, the
Stalkers in
normal
the open.
difficulty.
Watchers on the other side.
Game audio is a tad quiet. Okay, we can fix that. Hang on 1 second. Just gotta switch inputs here. Alright, there we go. Game audio is a little bit louder. Yeah, Dark Souls, I think Dark Souls was specifically made just so that game developers like could go, yes, there are actually hard games in existence. And that is
Easy, easy.
I've beaten 1 and 2, but I have not worked up to beating 3 yet. I've got to be in the right mood for Dark Souls. Like, it's almost like you have to want to fail. Because you know you're going to. Really. Because one was really hard, 2 was significantly easier than 1, I felt like. Interesting. So actually, do you think that's because the game actually got easier, or do you think it's because we all got better at the Dark Souls games? Because there are so many games that I've played. Okay, interesting. There's so many games that I played that like I'll go through, like Tomb Raider, for example. The first time I played Tomb Raider, I died to random crap on normal that I never, like I played it on hard a second time, and I almost never died. Like it was like actually a pretty clean run, and the game didn't get easier. In fact, the game got harder. It's just either I treated hard with more respect, or number two, like I just got better. There's probably, I mean, in that case, it's probably true both ways, but that's what makes me wonder. Oh, you played 3 first. That's, I mean, if it's the easiest, that's probably... So if you played 3 first and you're still saying it's the easiest, then yeah, I believe you. Come here, Raptorbot. I enjoyed number 2. Like Dark Souls 2 was definitely good. 1 is, I almost didn't finish 1. Like I'm no shame in saying I was so close to burning out on 1. I tell people though, like having beaten 1 and 2, the difference between like Dark Souls games are significantly more fun if you just realize that you need to farm and farm and farm until you are over leveled for everything. And then just play with a ton of respect, and generally you'll be fine. The issue I think people run into is when they play Dark Souls like, I don't know, even like, I mean, Horizon or Tomb Raider or something. And they just keep running in, not like, and they lose maybe like half a level worth of souls every time instead of just farming up what you know you can do until you outlevel everything. That's weird. I'm still trying to figure out, like, the auto mod flags some random crap, and I'm trying to figure it out. Private message me what you actually tried to say, and I'll see if I can adjust the settings to make it
I
less
doubt they
creepy.
think at all. More like an instinct, gathering them to her grave.
And I don't have a browser out, so I can't actually, can't really moderate it. Let's see. Oh. Okay, I need to actually, not really important. Okay. It's really weird because, like, I do want the auto mod to, there's certain stuff, because we don't really have a ton of moderators right now, where I need it to catch certain things, but it doesn't have a ton of fine-tuning so far from what I've seen. So like it catches some stuff that I'm like, why are you, like, why would that even possibly be something you would moderate? So my apologies. Hopefully we'll get it dialed in. Like, there are ways to whitelist specific phrases and things, but it just takes time to get it dialed in. Okay. Come here. Yes, you heard something. awesome if I could stealth all the way through this. I really don't need levels anymore. All the remaining upgrades I care zero about.
Good for an old remedy.
Welcome back. Sweet. Got through that undetected. Now I've been detected. Alright, what was it again?
I'm almost there.
I know I need a shock potion. I think it's... Is it fire or is it just shooting it? Yeah, it looks like it's just shooting it. It doesn't really seem to be doing a whole lot. Oh, weird. Like I said, private message me, and I'll see if like I can, if I need to adjust anything. Alright, will it at least be set on fire? Kinda looks like it can be. Okay, so I'm not as close to the end as I think I am. Interesting. Let's try some. Alright, corruption. I haven't done anything with corruption so far. Let's see if it has any effect at all. Very clearly. Yeah, I'm liking the frozen, get them vulnerable. If it's a couple hours, we might get through it tonight. It's so Ew. That's hilarious. So I'm like, yay, corruption, and it's like doing absolutely nothing. That's hilarious. Oh man. They don't really explain it. I appreciate the tip because I had no idea what it did. I was like, I have corruption arrows. Oh, it's vulnerable to corruption. Yay. No, it just means I corrupted them.
So you're corrupted. That's supposed to be corrupted as well.
Now you're getting way too philosophical. Oh man. Not technically, no.
Well, no wonder she's shivering.
Yeah, that's really cold.
Guy's sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before.
To a point. You'll see.
Wait a second. Why? This is looking suspiciously like maybe they're inside some sort of, I can't remember what it was. I never watched the TV show, but there's a TV show that I used to see commercials for where it was like a Wild West, but it was inside like a whole nother world that they were completely unaware of.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Yeah.
Since when were machines any obstacle for you?
Oh, thank you.
If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
We'll see. I could be totally wrong, but
Don't look down. Don't look down.
Nothing to look at.
yeah, you know you're up real. Yeah, I never watched it, so I'm not gonna be much help. I mean, it was probably 3-4 years ago, but yeah. Well, I think it was like a commercial I saw on YouTube or something. So, but anyway.
This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years.
All right, come on now.
For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
That was
19
crazy
years ago,
awesome.
A great explosion destroyed this mountain.
Because I've been to Yellowstone. It's
Gaia's
very
death.
cool.
Your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened
The
the
DLC
skies.
of this takes place in Yellowstone National
How
Park.
they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this
The
omen.
DLC.
The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the Cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years. And we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades. Everything depends on you.
No pressure.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
Mind your footing.
Logging arrivals. Shan.
Wait, no, I wanted to hear that. I was trying to pick stuff up. The coolest character and the worst character. Really? I mean, I like, what do you think about? Let me rephrase that. Can you explain what you mean? Okay. can't explain without spoilers. Okay. Thank you for being mindful of that. I see hints of what you mean, but I'm also yeah. We'll just continue. Boy, that's cool. Yep. Like he says at one point, like he knocks the idea of trust, but mutual self-interest is what he seems to believe in.
Don't think, Aloy. Just do it.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I don't think, just do it. Oh.
It's held like this for 19 years.
Oh shoot.
Right?
Well,
Can I reload a save maybe? Let me see if maybe on the off chance that it goes, like, theoretically, what happens if I fall off of that ledge and die? Ha ha ha, success. After you rappel down, turn around. Cool. Thank you. I still need 3 cores for that armor. It's like, oh my gosh. I did. Up here? That's kind of where I came from. Back there and up? Okay. Is it in here? Wait. Oh.
Another power cell. If I find more, I should
Thank
be
you.
able to get to that ancient armor I found.
Yeah, I definitely want, like, no shame whatsoever. I want whatever hints I need to get that power, those power cells. I want, the armor looks so cool. I was so disappointed when I came in there the first time. I was like, I have 2 power cells, and they're like, just kidding, you need 3 more. It's like, really?
Don't think,
Really?
Aloy. Just do it.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
It's held like this for 19 years. Right?
Well,
Don't answer.
I mean, it's frozen solid. That's got to count for something.
Glad that's over.
Oh, I'm going up here. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell if you're supposed to go up or down.
This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
Record. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of. I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shamanistic. I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. The last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders, lottery winners, and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium.
Evacuation happens so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Pake I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradis-Sade zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still Angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... Well, he died alone. And I...
Elizabeth's room. I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device. But its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Okay. Am I missing something? Is it back in here? Apparently it was. Okay.
Elizabeth. What is this?
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside.
Let me guess.
I'm now
Elizabeth did
switching
that.
to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for. Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing. It should be Liz's decision. So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Yep, she
Seal
did.
closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on
That
out.
is
That's what she
called
does.
leadership.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me, I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so,
Oops.
So, happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz,
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
Wow.
that was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobeck.
That was...
She gave everything
Wow.
for the hope of life on this planet.
So those are flowers. It's a digital
We
memorial
are
to her.
all in her debt.
Wow. Alright, first the audio logs.
Aloy?
No, well, I guess not.
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
I think he needs to be called out a little bit on
Can
that
you
one.
just for one moment stop calculating and let yourself feel? She sacrificed herself for her friends, for the future, for life on Earth. Doesn't that stir anything in you? The generosity of it.
You're trying to invest her decision with something magical. It was a rational choice, not based on sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel.
Yeah, Aloy's right.
To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life. Enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
That was convincing.
Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
Alright, what was the log? I won't listen to the audio, but I at least want to see. Okay, that one we've seen already. Wrote a eulogy. Shot down the Lightkeeper Protocol. Oh, apparently, whatever that Lightkeeper Protocol was, it doesn't sound like she actually shut it down.
Look, Liz, you're a pretty stand-up gal.
Alright. I'm gonna... I'd like to just speed through. Yeah. Basically, the monument's creepy, but rest in peace.
Hell, Liz.
Wow, and Ted Farrow survived even. Wow. Like, he should count himself lucky. Like, very, very, very lucky.
Well, there's basically like fallout shelters.
Not exactly. I mean, yes and no, but they're more than that. They're like, this was the main facility for the AI, so kind of a yes but more.
Section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored. You found the control room.
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
Is it right here? Yeah.
I've been taking a hard look at the project. In the end, it's simple. It's clean. It's clear. Erasure. Addition.
Cool, cool. Have a good one, man.
I can make it better.
Thanks for hanging out for a while.
With a single stroke, make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
Continue.
Yeah, what happened here?
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the alphas were in there.
Oh. What did Pharaoh do?
Unlocked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance? Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. And what I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before.
He's losing
Apollo
it.
has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
It doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice, it's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard! Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am.
No, you're not sorry.
But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Threatened atmosphere.
Wow. I mean, they even he vented all the air out of there. Even after they essentially saved him for killing off virtually the entire human race, and he did that. That's like next. Wow.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men.
Wow.
He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's
No worries. Have a good one. Hope you have a good evening.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence.
Have a good time zone is what Katie says.
The Master Override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
Wow. The really sucky part about that whole thing is like, I mean, obviously that, but like just on like a just on a, I don't know what the word is, on another level, like they basically saved the guy who doomed the human race, and he still did that.
Sound good?
Like they were punished for their generosity, which sucks.
The Master Override doesn't override gravity.
He created the robots that caused the cataclysm. Yeah. Yep. Okay, it has to be this. Wait, what? What? What am I supposed to be doing there? Am I supposed to climb down? Weird. I don't get it. Alright, well, we'll try that again. Feels like it's basically saying, just...
Sound good?
Try not to fall to your death. The Master Override doesn't override gravity.
Thanks, Silence. Because I kind of did fall to my death. Alright. No. Not at all. Where am I going? down here, I guess. Yeah, here we go. Okay.
You're here.
So he actually wasn't very
For a
far away.
moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
This sounds
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd
not
been
good.
involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered such knowledge.
So he's going to try and kill me.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades,
It's
the
possible.
first thing it wanted to know about
If I
the
was her, I
Spire,
would be super
not
worried
Meridian,
about.
the Spire.
After all this time, I'm sure she is.
Now, why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva.
Don't turn your
It's
back on him.
Code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission to wake the machines so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse, the robots they've resurrected, they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again.
He doesn't want to die. Selfish
Unless you stop it.
Mutual self-interest.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse. Everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus. Recovered from
I think it's
ancient
important
world,
information.
As yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jew.
So you thought it was a Titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology.
Explains how he knows so
It bid me
much.
to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
A lot of people died.
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the Eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides,
Dang.
I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes, I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
Oh.
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot. With my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
Yeah, not
so when did I
surprising.
come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected.
Oh.
That got my attention.
That makes sense.
A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus, and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world.
Very
Helis moved
interesting.
quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
I think it's a valid question. Is there anything you won't do
The
for
things
knowledge?
you've done in the pursuit of knowledge, Silence. Pure recklessness.
Aloy, this wasn't a confession to elicit your judgment.
Unbelievable.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance.
I'm glad he
I'm glad
he told what was going on.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Well, I think that
Oh, no
the
problem.
issue is that even in that conversation,
Silence.
his motive is still knowledge. It's not doing the right thing. It's
Where will you go?
It doesn't even sound remorseful.
no. I don't think he's remorseful.
Elsewhere
It's basically
and everywhere.
denying at this point.
And
There's
I want
so much
knowledge.
more to discover before the world ends.
This is exactly what I mean.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
All right. What's this?
I traveled far to find you. I heard.
All right. Let's go ahead and just really quick just get the summary. Oh, that one might actually be worth listening. Well, all right. Find you. Okay, so it's basically his first meeting with Hades, is what that is. Which is a piece of malware that I need to destroy. So the question is, I wonder if they'll explain more about how it came to be in existence.
After what happened with
Was something
I know I'll
Pharaoh
defend the city
created?
with the spire.
All right. Let's go do that vantage point real quick. Very interesting. I mean, this game has a fantastic story. It's the kind of story I tend to like, where there's like layers of intrigue and connections that don't make sense at first, but then later on you're like, oh, what's this? Inspection of Guy Prime. Construction's well underway. Okay. Nothing that we didn't really already know. Just kind of random information.
Wide as well.
Yeah.
All got dark.
Whoop. Apparently I cannot run through these streets. Yeah, it does look really pretty. Oh, leave me alone.
I need this.
Oh, well, they all know where I am now. Let's see if we can just get up and avoid them. Might be wishful thinking. Right, I need frost to avoid some of this damage. How do I get up? Right here. Boy, it's really hard to see. Come on. Come on. Alright, where is this now? I'm actually really close to it. Yeah, probably up here. Thank you. Oh, it's all good. Thank you very much. All right.
Apocalypse Storm Tour, Day 10.
This is what Gaia Prime
here's
looked
where
like.
I learned how the world would end.
Except
My second apocalypse.
can't see what it looks like now.
Looks like there's a lot of construction going on now. Why would that be?
Oh, it's clearing. So this is what it looks like, or looked like. And now it's a giant hole. Alright. There's that. Do we have all the collectibles? What are we missing? Literally missing one metal flower somewhere. Where is that at? All right. Might actually go up where this last one is. I want to make sure I get it before the end of the game. Oh, it's found in the first bunker where she's found as a child. Interesting. And the other thing I don't have is power cells. Like, there's this armor I'm supposed to be able to get. Power cells, Horizon. Yeah, because I'm probably not going to find these on my own. So how many are there total? There are only 5 in the game. Oh gosh. So am I supposed to know which ones I have? Huh. Alright. Kind of tempted to go clear up collectibles just in case we get into really what feels like the end of the game. So let's see where this is. Let's get the metal flower first. Where is that? So I'm looking at my phone trying to find the exact spot. Okay. So it's right. Oh, boy, that's hard to see. All right, let's go grab that. Loading, loading, loading. Katie's playing more Paladins right now.
I'm just spamming up to try to get my battle.
Alright. We hadn't been in this area of the game for a while, so it was like... it had a lot to load. Alright. Down we go.
This old place. I haven't been here in years. Wonder what I can find.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's sad.
And pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. I mean, death. Sorry.
Oh,
It's been a while. Oh, these meds Johnny gave us.
that's a lot of dead people.
So, okay, from the top. I mean, seriously, record our thoughts for posterity. Great idea, Director Evans. Like I haven't done enough for posterity already. Like I wouldn't be here like this if not for posterity. I'm done with posterity. Posterity can go. Well, Happy New Year, dear diary. Can you believe we actually celebrated last night? Well, we did. Kind of. Director Evans invited everyone to gather in the community room.
I saw them lining up in the community room. Like cattle in a slaughterhouse, but smiling at each other. Shauna handing out meds like being alive is some kind of pain to be eaten.
So they must have been discovered by the robots. That is super sad.
Director Evans.
area back there.
Flash traffic from USRC.
I wonder if I can find a way into it now that
I
I'm
routed
older.
the message to your hologrid for the...
There we go. Oh, and it had a power
Another
cell.
Power cell. I only need one more to get to that ancient armor I found.
That makes me super happy. I don't think the guide actually said that there was a power cell in here. So what was that? That was all good things. Okay, I don't care. Alright, but where's this metal flower? What was that? Those bats? Just random ground shaking? Weird. Oh. No. There we go. And there we are. It's all the flowers. No wonder I missed that one. They hit that super well. Okay, so then the last one of these. Last power cell. I just need a power cell. Okay, I bet there's one. It's saying that there's one at the... It's Gaia Prime. There's one at the skyscraper. Where was that? Yeah, it was here. We need to get to the top of Maker's End, which is where? I wonder if I have that one. Just in case, let's check the one that we're closest to, on the off chance that we didn't have that one already. Because that one's gonna be super hard to get to. Okay.
These will keep.
So where is it? Across the hall to the locked door. Next to the locked door is an open ventilation duct. Through it into the room beyond. Alright, so let's see if we can find it here. Where is the ventilation duct? Oh, maybe this is it? Okay, is that what it looks like? Okay, it's in this room, so I've already gotten this one. Darn. Alright, so let's check the next one, which is where? Okay, so underground bunker, we have that one. We have the power cell. So it's got to be either in Maker's End or the Grave Horde. Maker's End is up here. I can't fast travel from here? Lame. What about now? Nope, I have to get outside. I don't know why they require that, but
What does it mean?
there you have it.
That we live in the times of the Anointed.
How do you get out of here? It's not that way. I am... okay. It's saying go this way, so we're gonna go this way. There we are.
All Mother spoke. It's true.
Oop. Okay, I better be able to fast travel now. There we are.
You're up 110 points.
I'm sorry. Alright, so this one is all the way at the top. And I feel like this one I could have missed. I think I very well could have missed this one. Alright, so getting to the top of this took a bit of work last time. Hopefully everything is still cleared out. Yeah, there were enemies, bunch of enemies in this area before, but there aren't anymore. Music is super sad. So it's this skyscraper, but can I actually get up this way? I'm not sure I can. Yeah, I don't think I can. I think I have to go around. If I remember right, it has to loop back around. Yep. Goes a lot faster when you don't have to take out enemies on the way. In here, I think. Pretty sure. Yep, this is it. Like going, hopefully I'm going up, not down, but probably don't have a choice. Sometimes it's got to get worse before it gets better, and sometimes you have to go down before you can go up, I guess. I've been through here already. Okay. This way, left, and then... Yep, remember this. Whoa. Darn it. Is that supposed to happen? I can't remember. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yeah. All good. Now what? Nope. What happened? That's weird. That's super weird. Oh, maybe it's out this way. Yep, there we go. So this will be like the speed run of scaling Pharaoh Tower. I do hope this power cell is actually here. Unless I'm mistaken, I don't think there's any way to tell. Yeah, it's not in collectibles, so... here? Yeah, it goes up. Whoa, come on now. There you go. The game is having issues. At least he's on your team. It'd be really annoying to have an invisible enemy who was not... well, not for an enemy.
No, but for wifey who can't seem to manage a good win.
Alright. Up the stairs we go. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. And yes, we are climbing up the side of a skyscraper. Or what used to be one.
All done.
Whoa.
Just cold and wet now.
Come on. Is it in here? I think we're getting there. Oh, why would you jump down like that? That's weird. It is actually amazing this tower is still standing at all. Now what? Aha. Like, that is super, super high up. Yeah, I don't remember. I remember this room. I do not remember climbing up this. And I think this is where the power cell actually is. Come on now. I want that. There it is.
This should be the last power cell I need to get.
Alright, let's go get that. Ancient armor. I've had that quest in my inventory forever. It's in that bunker there. Cool. So all you have to do is get 8 kills and no one on your team die. That's all. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's okay. That's a pretty much impossible situation in most circumstances. So if I remember right, this armor looked a lot like Dead Space armor. Be interesting. Be interesting to finally see it. Been waiting all game to get it. Excuse me. Can I get up? I can get up here. Let's get some armor. Can I jump? And live? I mean, obviously I can jump, but... There it is. Bunch of creepy spider webs. I think I missed this.
The armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps.
Ultra weave.
Only 2 more. Just 1 more. There we go.
Okay.
The last one. These numbers, all powered up. Now to get the dials in position. There must be some kind of code.
Alright, 90, 270, 360, 450, 630. Alright. Oh, I didn't need the focus to see that. That's hilarious. Completely unnecessary. Kind of missing what this code would be. So let's try assuming 90 degrees means that's the same and then add from there, maybe? It's really hard to say. Nope. Let me think. Alright, so let's try turning them all clockwise 1. That worked. So the idea is that 90 degrees, so vertical is 0. So for you, going backwards for me, this would be 90. And then going from there.
Alright. Now let's see what we can do with this material.
Alright. Nice. Let's see. Cool. Projects a damage absorbing force field. Really? Oh, but it doesn't. Interesting. Alright, we'll at least have to give this a try. Okay, so there's that quest. Can I fast travel out of here? That would be amazing. Was that all the collectibles? All those. Yep. Interesting. So it's saying there's still 20% to complete in Frozen Wilds. Weird. Oh well. Seems like you were rocking Makoa. I didn't look at the score until then. I just saw you playing well.
The problem is that I'm not playing well. I just can't get the coordinator know what they're doing.
Sorry. This is always the longest load time going into Meridian. What we're looking here. Let me see.
Sweat and hard work never hurt anyone.
Alright.
Fine goods for a fair price.
Feels like we're getting close to the end of the game. Hey, Angel. Thanks very much. I don't know if you can hear me, but what type of work do you do?
Don't ask me where to go if you're lost.
No worries if you can't hear me. Alright, well, we haven't talked to this guy in a while.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Eren knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the City Guard fortify the Western Ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
It's nice they actually
Aloy.
listen to her.
Allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us.
It's not awkward at
Now,
all.
it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
I should probably make sure I have enough materials. Yeah, it looks like I'm in pretty good shape. Pretty maxed out on everything, so.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the rigid defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
That's cool.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will.
It's super weird they wouldn't
suppose
want
all
to
we
meet
can
with.
do is
Well, maybe
wait
they
for the
just don't
attack.
trust him.
Exactly. It's not a
Okay,
feeling
that
I
makes more sense.
cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Alright, that sounds like a pretty clear hint. Yeah, it sounds like a very clear hint. Do everything else you want to do. Yeah, yeah, I think that's it. Let's I think there were some collectible stuff we could turn in. Get some loot boxes from that. But other than that, I think we're good.
Is it Helis? Damn him.
What was this? Alright.
A moment of your time.
Oh yeah, this is actually the guy I wanted to talk to.
I hope all these
You're back.
Sweet.
Till we meet. Let's have a chat.
Oh my gosh. It gave me more treasure boxes? Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't even care. I have 8 pages of treasure boxes and I can't. They're full of mods and I don't have inventory space. Oh my goodness, that's. Okay. Do I even care? I don't think I care. Let's fast travel down here. Looks like at least it's a faster loading time.
Petra!
Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Osram, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges, so I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn.
Oh, that's
the target should put a...
Where are the targets I'm supposed to be hitting? Supposedly there are targets. Those look like people. I don't think I'm supposed to actually hit these people. Oh, I'm ridiculous.
It hits nice and wide.
I'm so I completely did not see those. That's what those are.
Try the next. See? That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no. With these, I think we can hold off an army.
You know that I appreciate your help, Petra. This battle, I don't know what's gonna happen.
We'll see each other again, I know it. Next time could be the time I'll convince you to stick with the free heap.
Petra, you know
I do. Always had a weakness for restless girls, though.
Have you just
There's
polished
more
that
people
armor,
to talk to.
Lizette?
Of course. Aloy. I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nora at this point. I brought supplies instead.
It sounds impressive.
Made him a quartermaster.
We'll be setting up caches of arm. Aloy?
Okay, so look for the banners to get supplies.
She didn't need to.
Maybe we can.
Alright. Cool beans. And the other one, I might as well just run. Am I missing something? Where is that? Oh, it's over this way. Okay.
You delivered the prince from out of the hands of those rebels. Thank you.
What's the best way? Oh, the best way is going to be over here. Follow the path. What, just for the fun of it. Is it up? No, it's to the left. Man, this game has such a great soundtrack. Alright, so there's 3 people? 4? How many people am I supposed to talk to? Whoa.
Greetings, Aloy.
Oh, I haven't seen you in a while.
You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either.
I gave my word.
We'll
So
I've seen
speed through these.
many new.
For all what's
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, and you. I feel like I should drop to my knees.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not.
That's hilarious.
Don't be too hard.
Is that why you came?
No. And we must fight a metal devil.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement.
So am I.
Alright, who else to talk to?
It rises
Thank you
taller
very
than
much for the
highest
follow.
tree.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you.
The Nora do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all. But my place, the wrongness here, jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Thank you very much for the follow.
This will be ended.
Welcome to the stream.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
Hey.
Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's going to be a lot of them, and they'll have machines.
That's actually not
And if
super
they get past
helpful.
us, it's not just Meridian that will fall.
Okay. That's,
the rest
that
of the
is
world will
important
go
to know.
with it.
That's big.
It sounds like our kind of fight.
Alright.
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Okay.
Hit them like a hammer till they can't!
Damn right!
Okay,
You hear
we're
that?
just gonna keep moving.
Nobody's
And we're here for you.
Thank you, Aaron.
Only if we win.
Alright. I like the dialogue in the game overall, but these particular ones are supposed to remind you of the characters, and it's like there's not much to them. There's really not. So, oh well. Alright, I think we're about to finally start this fight. Get it off the ground. Come on. All right. Wrong way. Is it this way? Yep.
Roland's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
I don't think I did. I've got all of those. I've got all the collectibles. I mean, it's like, let's go. No way back. All right, so. Oh, I I selected the wrong thing.
How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
has joined. I wonder if you speed through the game if you have less health. It's
There are
probably what
signs
it
from
is.
the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Rough awakening. That's not a good sign.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not wood smoke.
And what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Oh. What happened? Hello. Yeah, it's not good.
The Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says!
Yeah. Like, you gotta win this.
Be ready to fire! Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out.
That's not good. Well, there were soldiers there. Wait, what?
Helis!
No! Rally the vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns.
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
Let's go.
You have vexed me long enough.
Should have fought me in a sun ring then.
Why do you fight?
Now? Alright, I gotta get back in the swing of things here. Holy cow. Alright, let's use more cover than this.
Only endless night awaits you.
Whoa. Hello.
Keep him away.
Come on, pick up the gun.
Must run red.
Bridge can't take much more of this.
Alright. I do need to dodge those. Let's just go with the full health.
It's giving way!
Not good.
What are you before the terror of the sun?
The one who will take you down!
Let's get another stun in.
I am chosen.
Is it gonna let me get the crit in? Apparently not. That's silly.
You will die on nothing.
There we go.
I am chosen. This was not meant to be.
None of this was meant to be, Helis. You made it happen. Followed your orders, butchered so many, And for what? To die on your knees, used like a pawn by a power you don't even understand?
You pity me?
Turn your face to the sun.
Had to be done. At the end of the day, killed a lot of people. You can tell she even feels a little bit bad, but it's like one of those. I mean, what are you supposed to do? It's like, all right. Technically, have a lot of skill points here. Use those up. That's probably a trophy. Maybe. I'll just get rid of it. Yep, there it is. Then have to pick those up. Yep. And off we go. But how? Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's craft while we're going down here, because somehow Aloy can do that while both hands are in use. Nice, got it. I feel like there should be more coming. Why am I not seeing more? Super satisfying. Other direction. Alright, let's actually pick up the other one. Here we go. Boom shakalaka. There's something down here. There it is. Need to get that big guy down.
Incoming. Gotta drop it and move.
Or just try and dodge the missiles. There we go. Yeah, there's gonna be some dudes close. There we are. Who's next?
Chance to catch a breath and prepare.
Any other meds? Nice job.
Raise arms again! West!
There's
Good job, baby. Alright, round 2. Ow. Technically that didn't hurt. I have a shield with the armor I'm wearing now. Oh, shoot. I don't want to hit him too. Sorry, buddy. Let's deal with this guy now. Nothing over there, so that's good. Oh. We're good, we're good. You actually don't have to drop it and move. It's really not that big of a deal. Really? Oh, that's weird. Alright. Any more? Ah, yep, there's more. She does have a name, guys. Supposedly she's gotten really famous. Alright, now I'm taking some damage. Is that it? Man, that is so far away.
It's taking a shot at me.
So how much arc do I have to put on this to hit it? That was pretty good. It's about around where those trees are. That's very descriptive. Those between those two trees right there. Yeah, that was a little bit long. More of them hit there. Not sure what she's talking about. It's really not that big of a deal. Cool. Oh, hello. There's more. That's not good. Somehow the robots, they must think she's dead.
Aloy! Aloy! Aloy!
Tab?
My own mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they?
No, wounded, but alive, mostly. The machines blasted through, then kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Tab. I've gotta go.
Full health. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. That's pretty horrifying. Yeah, when she said the end of the world, she wasn't exaggerating. That's pretty bad.
No, Aloy, go! We'll draw them. Now you face their true son, Shadow Demons.
Okay. Shock.
This is where I belong, Aloy.
I do have shock throws. What am I doing? Let's not shoot our allies.
I almost
Nice.
missed this.
There we go.
But where you must go now, I can't follow. Sun still guides me.
Take the
Not
fight
sure
to
if I'll
the
even need
firing.
these, but
Meridian will hold, or my marks of honor mean nothing.
alright, if they're not fighting me, I'm not going to draw attention. Because ultimately, like, if that signal goes off, everyone is screwed. Can't get distracted. Crap.
Hades is transmitting.
That's bad. Oh, crap. Oh, that's bad. So they can convert plant, but also animal and human life, basically, to power the robots. So that's really bad.
Baron's Vanguard. I have to get up there.
Like, it might be too late already. Come on. Seriously? That is really weird. Alright. Got it to work.
Gotta keep going.
Oh, I can't jump up on that? There's some weird interactions on climbing in this section.
Easy. So no holding back.
Aloy!
alive.
It's Aloy! Well, you can see that. We thought you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
It's my fight. I can't ask you to come
Take
with
the
me.
help.
We were about to
Make
go over
sure
the
you
top
win.
anyway, right? Right.
Hawk and Thrush, let's go.
I
Like-
should stock up. Last chance.
That's a no-brainer to me. Like, you can't afford to lose this fight. Why would you refuse help? I mean, she's trying to be noble. She doesn't want him to die, but there's a certain point at which everybody dies if you don't stop this, like right now.
Arrival of Entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission. To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of Entity has been accounted for.
That one looks even bigger than some of the other ones I've fought. 12 minutes. Alright. Shock and fire. Okay. Let's stick with shock arrow, like the arrows first. Can I actually... Yeah, I can hit that. I'm just realizing too, Tear Blast would be a good idea. Let's start with Tear Blast. Whoa. Okay, this armor is amazing. Like, holy cow. So the armor is the blue bar on the top left that's blocking damage. Oh. Alright, I'm kind of liking the fire arrows better. Nice. Yeah.
Another fire machine! Are you ready? Take them out first!
Oh, lovely. Fire. Yikes.
Time enough to beat the machine.
Out. Not cool.
We got them!
There we go.
We still stand, and they do not!
Let's hit whatever components are vulnerable. Ooh. No, don't do that. I might have shot the wrong components. I mean, it still does damage, but there are some that were vulnerable that aren't normally. It's okay. Those are vulnerable.
Watch it. They keep coming. Knock them back.
All of you, focus on the new machine!
I cannot remember what some of these are vulnerable to. Is that not dead? There we go. Get the scrappers down first. Got this flame. I have no cover out here. I don't want this. Oh, that's a strong weapon. I want that. Let's go. Take out the ads first.
Last one down, for now.
The metal children have fallen.
Alright, that's it. This armor makes this significantly easier. That, and I think I'm pretty leveled up for this fight. Like, I still have a ton of health left. There we go.
Finish it, Aloy! Finish it now!
Let's loot first, because reasons. I mean, those are really good mods. This is totally the wrong priority, but just video game things. I don't know if maybe there will be a reason to do this. There we go. Alright, back to the story.
System threat imminent.
I'm more than a threat.
Yeah.
Master override armed. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Her genetic kind of duplicate.
Purging extinction protocol.
No, she's a duplicate Elizabeth Sobek created. You'll have to play the game for yourself. It'll make more sense. Yeah, it's hard to explain quickly, but that's a pretty decent short answer. Wow, they're lucky to be alive. Holy cow. That was close. Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. Like, yeah, there you go. Wait. I guess they're assuming she got it already? Weird. I think I did. We did it, guys. I think we did it. I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop a... Just kidding! Some other major threat, or it's still around, or something.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV, so the grass caught fire.
And so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query, you were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query, what did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query, what did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
She went home.
You often tell stories of
That
your
was
mother,
what she was
but
wearing
you are childless.
in the replay. And this is
never had
her
time.
home ranch. Oh, that's sad.
Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her
Wow.
to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit.
That is a beautiful ending. She is dead. Yeah. Well, 900 years old technically, I think.
Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
And the flowers bloom around. I wonder if the metal flowers are supposed to be a memorial to Elizabeth Sobat. I haven't looked. And that is the game, I guess. Sweet. This is a pretty cool credits sequence. All right. So I'm assuming that the game is over based off the credits rolling, obviously. So I did this for Shadow of War, and I'll do this too as well. It's kind of a 2 minutes of like a kind of a review and my thoughts on the game. I think overall, like, this is one of those games that's just like, if you haven't played it, why haven't you played it? Like, it's so good. It's what I did. We had it for a while, and I just hadn't gotten around to playing it. Now I'm playing it going, why haven't I played this before? I definitely recommend it. I think writing-wise, it's deceptively really good writing in most cases. Gameplay is really fantastic. My only complaint with the game at all, like, that is more than just like little bug stuff, which was almost not present. It was hardly at all. The only thing was the inventory management with the modifications. It gets to the point where you get so many loot boxes that you can't even open or use all of the modifications that are in there, and so I ended up with like 8 pages full of loot boxes that I just went, this is obnoxious, this isn't fun. So I just at a certain point went, I don't care. So let's see what else. I really think the way the enemies are designed with specific weaknesses, specific weak points, it's actually very in-depth. And the DLC, the Frozen Wilds DLC, is absolutely worth it. It was recommended to me by a viewer. It was a shout out to PSN_JVMock, who was like, no, you should play the DLC before you finish the main game. And that was 100% correct. Like, I think if you play the DLC after finishing the main game, you'll be disappointed. Because what the DLC does is give you more details and set up some stuff which you don't have to have. Like, it's not a... Story-wise, I don't feel like it's a must-play for the story. But as far as DLC goes, it's really good. So, let's see what else. I mean, even in terms of, you know, kind of the messaging. I mean, there's a lot of things about the big picture, like, theme of the game of, you know, what happens if you let technology go too far? What happens if you create something that doesn't have a way to be stopped? You know, Sylens, spoilers, obviously, Sylens in his pursuit of knowledge basically almost dooms the whole world. And at a certain point, like, he's willing to sacrifice too much in pursuit of that. So there's some really interesting moral questions the game asks. So yeah, and really content-wise, like, I would even say that content-wise, this is probably, to me, like, I don't know, something for, like, to me it seems like a game a 10, 11-year-old could play with no problem at all. That's just my opinion. Other people might differ. It's rated T, so typically it's like 13, but this is pretty tame for T games. I mean, I think it's a pretty good transition game for kids that are kind of growing into slightly more mature stuff than Minecraft, for example. So this has been longer than 2 minutes, but I'm just enjoying the credits animation. What else? The only complaint I have with the DLC, really, is that I didn't know the DLC was over. Like, I had to look up / like have a viewer looked it up for me while I was streaming. It was, again, JV Mock. And I apparently finished it, but I didn't realize that I finished it. So it felt like the ending, because it doesn't really say, like, Frozen Wilds at the end of the DLC. It doesn't... I think it'll make sense if you play it. The ending of the DLC... How do I explain it? It gives some answers, but it made me think, at least, okay, there's going to be some other mission where we try and stop the daemon, which is something separate from Hades. Like the daemon had, like, the purple kind of infection, the malware, and Hades had more of a red, like, infection with kind of different things. So it almost made it feel like it was two separate villains, even though I don't think it really was. So, bless you. Long story short, when the DLC ends, it felt like there was one more mission that was missing in the story. And maybe they meant for there to be one more, and they ran out of time or something. But who knows? So anyway, game is great. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. I think it's, like, I don't think it's a perfect 10, but it's probably like a 9.5 out of 10. I mean, it's so good. Like, I'll probably play a New Game Plus of this at some point. Might be a little while, you know, 2 or 3 years, but I might go back through it. So, yeah. So credits. I should aside to the soundtrack. And speaking of which, audio, soundtrack and the sound effects. I mean, it was brilliant. Like, I don't think there's anything audio-wise, anything music, sound effects-wise that took me out of the world. think the music is good enough to just listen to as a standalone. A lot of great vocal stuff, really epic but earthy kind of sound to it, like, because it's this weird mixture of tribal, like a tribal kind of feel with like super high-tech machinery, and that's a really weird line to walk. But I think they combine like electronic sounds and music with vocal parts that make you think of like that tribal atmosphere, and so I think it works really well. I think it's a great example of how to blend multiple genres together. Okay, we're getting to the special thanks part, so we're at the end, hopefully. It's amazing how many people go into making video games of this size and scale. I mean, it's crazy. Secret agent? What? I'm excited for the sequel of this game.
There's already a sequel?
The sequel's in the works, is what I've heard. You know what? Let's look up while we're watching this. What details are out on Horizon Zero Dawn 2? This game, I want them to make a sequel of this game. Like, I think it absolutely solid game in and of itself. Okay, so really it doesn't sound like there's much other than some job openings with a developer. Yeah, so it's probably very far away. All right, let's skip the rest of these. Oh wait, there's more. It's not dead. So it looks like Hades woke up. Oh. Wait,
Hello,
what?
old friend. Remember me? We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
He is bringing up a very important point, which I wondered in the story. Who sent the signal that woke up Hades? Because somebody sent the signal outside and Gaia never knew who it was. Very interesting.
So is he just trying to figure out who it is?
I think so. Like, he's all about knowledge, so at the end of the day, like, he's the kind of character that will go after the knowledge, good or like whatever it takes. And right now, I mean, it's probably okay to find the answer to that, but why not let Hades be dead? Like, that seems really dangerous. Really dangerous. So let's load in and see if there's anything else to do. Hey, there's a trophy. Okay. State of the world has been restored just before looming shadow. Interesting. Okay, so I have New Game Plus, and is there anything else here? What is the mission it's showing? Oh, so I can replay the main mission again if I want. Alright. We're going to call it good. So, thank you guys very much for watching. We love hanging out with you guys. It was a ton of fun. We'll catch you next time, and I'm going to look and see if we're going to raid anybody. So just hang tight for a sec. Let's see here. Let's see. Anybody on? All right. So give me a second. I'm still looking for who we want to raid here. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna raid a guy named Hawktatoes. We like to support fellow streamers, but feel free to join if you want. We don't really, you know, it's one of those things where check them out and see if they're cool. But we aren't responsible for their. We can't check everything. We're not responsible for their content, so just join at your own risk. But have fun with them, and so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time. All right, have a good one, guys.